Tim Stanley, Blackout EZ, doing another segment with RVing with Tim. I'm up here in College Park, Maryland, here at the Cherry Hill Campground. We come there often. The reason why we came to visit relatives, and it's perfect jump off spot to visit all the relatives. So I visit my brothers, some of my sisters. Went to visit my wife's aunt yesterday. Had to drive across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. And I say that because they had a wind advisory yesterday, man. The wind was blowing so hard, they limited, trucks couldn't go across, tractor trailers. If they had an empty trailer, speed reduced down to 40 miles an hour, had wind advisory for boats. It was real crazy. And luckily I didn't have a trailer because the truck was moving pretty bad going across that bridge. Like I said, I grew up in this area. My parents live on the Eastern Shore. My grandparents live on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. And man, I had to go across that bridge like every 2-3 weeks growing up. I just never remember the wind that bad. But anyway, so I bought this thermometer last night from the hardware store. So it's about 33 degrees. That's what that says, or somewhat. And the phone says it's 33 degrees. But anyway, what we're going to do, I always like to shoot a video. So I installed Draftout EZ covers on some of the windows so I can do a comparative test, show you how well they do. But anyway, let's go inside. I'm going to go inside where it's a little colder, a little warmer, and I'm going to show you what it did. Okay, so now I'm inside. Let me show you what I did. So I installed Draftout EZ RV covers on the windows. Now these are our clear covers that you put on your window, and what it does, it's a vinyl material, was crystal clear, it's marine grade, and what it does is it actually creates turns your window to a double pane. So feel that? That's the cover, crystal clear, so it allows light to come in and you can see out and everything, and it attaches with Velcro tape just like a standard product. That's what creates the seal on there, and what it does is it creates another thermal layer between the outside and inside, so it keeps the RV warmer because it keeps that little less that thermal transfer as far as cold air to inside and outside. Another thing, I told you yesterday that we had a wind advisory here in Maryland, and I'm going across the bridge, how kind of windy it was. So I'm installing the covers last night, and you can feel the wind coming in these seal right here. Now what they have is a split size because one window comes across the other, and what it is, it's a thin brush seal in there, and you can feel air coming through there when the wind blowing last night, and you actually feel it kind of cold right now. So what that does is the cover creates a seal that seals that air out, keeps that cold air out. So weight on an RV is very important. So you look at your gross volume, your gross weight, you look at your tongue weight, all that's very important. So that's one reason why they don't put double pane windows on RVs, because the weight factor. Another thing is cost. It costs a lot of money to do so. Now also, a lot of the RVs set up for cold weather camping. Now this one is specifically not. It has a 3-season package. It has the upgraded insulation in the roof, walls, and ceilings, but it's not a set up for cold weather camping. And even those campers like Arctic Fox and stuff, they still don't have double pane windows because the cost, because of the expense, and also the weight. So what you do is, just like at home, if you have a newer home or have newer windows installed in your home, I guarantee it's going to be double pane, because it double pane windows, because that air gap, which is creating between here and that window, it creates a insulating barrier and keeps everything warmer inside. So we call it Draftout EZ RV cover. So listen, let's go ahead and get started. What I want to do is kind of got up real early in the morning so I can show you the difference in the temperature. Now it's Thursday, it's Tuesday the 7th, and it's about 7:30 in the morning. I wanted to get up kind of early, do it before the sun had a chance to influence the test, but it's the 7th of December, and it's the day that will live in infamy, because this is the day the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and got us into World War II. And it's about this time of the day, 7:30 in the morning, the first wave of planes started attacking Pearl Harbor. So hey, let's honor those veterans that lost their lives, those soldiers and sailors and Marines that lost their lives that day, and airmen, and just say a prayer for them, and just remember to sacrifice our veterans do each and every day, our service members. So listen, so I installed the covers in the bedroom in there, 2 of them, and I installed one on that window, one on that window. And as a comparison test, I didn't install it on this window or that window. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to run a test. I got our thermometer, and we're going to see how that does, see if we get a change in that temperature. So let's go and get started. The heat's been kicking on and off, and the thing about that as well, when you're at home, I guess you can be more wasteful at home, and we all do, because you got refrigerator full of materials and food, and you can just turn the grocery store close by, and you can turn on the water, have it, and you got your heat because it's coming through the ground on the pole. But when you're in the RV, resources are scarce, and you have to treat it as such. So that's why you want to conserve your propane and save your money and do everything you can to conserve your resources. So let's look at this. So we're gonna, this window is pretty big. It's a 49 by, let's see, it's a 49 by 30, and this window on the side, the 2 on the side, they are 19 by 23. So 49 by 30, those 2 windows are pretty big, and then these side windows are for comparison 19 by 23. All right, so I'm kind of waiting for the heat to come on so we can go outside, so we can check the heat at the vent and stuff like that. Let's go outside. Let's take a look at the covers. See what it look like from the outside. All right, man, it's gonna be a nice day today, nice and clear. Believe it or not, it was 69 degrees yesterday. And then it dropped down to 33 last night. So here we're on the outside, and I slide out, and the window on the left has the draft out cover on it, draft out EZ RV cover on it, and the window on the right does not. And look how crystal clear that is, and you can't even, there's no difference. So that's what it provides you. It provides you that clear, it's marine grade, crystal clear vinyl. So let's go back inside. And like I said, it's not a lot of people out here this time of the year, is it? Okay, so the heat just turned on. I gotta write everything down. That's my handy dandy notepad. Got the IR thermometer, so let's hit that. It says 69.8. Let's hit that again. $69.6. All right, so let's say 70 degrees. Let's hit the heater, hit the vent. That's what your HVAC guys do. So it gets up like 130 degrees at that vent. It comes across pretty hot. Now this unit has an upgraded heating package, so it gets pretty warm at that vent, 130 degrees. And when the heat's on for a while, you step across that vent, man, you really, and you don't have any shoes on, and you really feel it. All right, so let's look at the windows. All right, so this is the big one of the big ones, and I told you it was 49 by 30, so you'll get a lot of heat loss right there. So let's shoot that and see what we got. So we got, say, 57 degrees. Let's write this down. Don't look at my hand, right? Don't complain about it. All right, let's shoot this one. That's without the cover. say 52. So that's a 5-degree delta. 57 versus 52 without the cover. So that's a 5-degree delta. Now right here, we're going to shoot this one first. We got 57.2. See what we got over here. .6. So that's a little more than 6-degree delta. So we got a 5-degree delta on right there on the top. These windows, these two, 5-degree delta, and then on the side windows right here and there, we got a little more than 6-degree delta. So here's the thing. I say, Tim, that's not a lot. And I say, okay, it's not a lot. Say on the worst window, on the big window. Now, it makes sense for that one to have a lower delta because you got a lot of heat loss through that window. So that will explain the what? Just 1-degree difference. But that is pretty close versus a big window versus a small window. All right. Now you say, Tim, that's pretty not significant. It is significant. It's 5 degrees. Now, if I had that thermostat set on 75 versus 70, that's a big difference. You can feel that temperature. So what that does is it creates that air gap in between that window, the inside and the outside, just like the double pane in your home, and that creates that air gap and keeps that draft out. And I told you yesterday how we had the wind advisory, and what happens is that air finds its way, wind blowing, finds its way into your RV, and through that split sash, all it has there is a brush seal right there. Brush seal comes across, comes down the window, and all that creates that seal. So you want that protection, you want that window cover in place, that draft out, kind of keeps your warm air inside and your hot air outside, and saves on that propane. Hey, Tim Stanley, RVing with Tim out. See you on the other side.